Hello, Sharon Zadkiel here with your general reading for July 2020. Please be reminded that I'm not a spiritual master or a guru, so what comes out in your reading today is the most likely energy outcome with the energies as they sit here and now. You have free will, may you be blessed by good choices, for life's happiness is determined by the choices that we make. For a quick astrological rundown, we have July 1st, Saturn retrograde entering Capricorn. On the 5th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. However, we also have that lunar eclipse occurring with the sun in Cancer. So it'll be a little bit of more of an emotional upheaval than normal. We have Chiron going retrograde on the 11th. Mercury, hallelujah, going direct on the 12th. However, be reminded that we will be in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde until about the 27th. For me, I've had issues with my phone, my computer fried, which is why I have a new computer and the ability to now do videos via it. We also have a new moon in Cancer on the 20th, and then Jupiter sextile Neptune hits us on the 27th. That is, we have some major astrological events that we're seeing that we really haven't seen in our lifetimes, or our grandparents' lifetimes for that matter. So there are others on YouTube that go into more depth astrologically than I do. So as I said, for more information, you can head over to my Instagram account at Sharon Zadkiel, or you can, go good old Mr. Google. One astrologer that I do respect greatly is the Leo King. So on with your reading. Yes, I should have checked my notes before I hit the record button. I want everybody to really be mindful that the current planetary aspects are quite powerful and will have an effect globally. It's, with all the Capricorn issues and, the Capricorn themes that go through a lot of the transits that we're seeing at the moment, we'll see a lifting of the rose-coloured glasses to the flaws within our systems globally, the flaws within our systems economically. Capitalism, for example, is something that, will need to be scrutinised and modified to fit in our new reality. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, in the month of July, stocks decrease, for example, with Mars, the planet of war in Aries. I wouldn't be surprised if we see inter-country tensions, interpersonal tensions being brought to the fore as well. It's going to be a bit of a rocky road, so please hold on to the side of the boat and go with the flow. I think the greatest advice anybody can heed at the moment is really look locally to your own home, your own backyard, your own community, and fix your home first. Then we can fix our local community, and then we can look at healing the world and bringing a more homeostasis, a loving, caring, more spiritual world, which I think many of us in the collective are really looking forward to seeing. But things are going to be shaken up a little bit in the month of July. For those of us that thought June was mind-blowing with things coming out left corner, is like, curveballs going to continue through the month of July, personally, financially, emotionally. So, as I said in my Instagram post, before we speak or do anything, really ask the question of what would love do, and then proceed with that honourable intent forward. Okay, now it's time for On With the Readings. Pisces, what does the month of July hold for you? God, guidance, angels, Pisces plus July 2020. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, the energy that's sitting underneath this reading for you today is the Three of Pentacles. So your skills and what you do for a trade or for work will be something that will be very much at the forefront of what you'll be thinking about for the month of July. This is about, you bringing your labor and your skills and placing them on the table and having those around you actually recognize you for that which you do contribute. For myself personally, Three of Pentacles is also about collaboration. Individually, we can get so much done, but as a collective, miracles can happen. So this is really a time for you, my beautiful Pisceans, to, especially with the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, we are, the sun is in Cancer. So, our system structures, our responsibilities are really going to need to be scrutinized. And if we can surround ourselves and work collaboratively with individuals that bring different skills and a different perspective to the table, oh my God, it's like, as I said, individually, so much can be done, but as a collective, miracles can happen. So look to the collective to really think about who you should be collaborating with. Pisces, you are the fish that swims upstream and downstream, and I say that with all due respect. The first card that's come out for you today is the Devil card. So this is, warning, warning. There are hidden energies. How can I put this? There are, hidden energies, hidden forces. We have Neptune, the planet of illusion, delusion, sort of right on our shoulder at the moment. So this is going to be a case of really being mindful of not self-sabotaging yourselves, looking at those bad habits that you have and seeing if you can eradicate or lessen them. So it's going to be a case of when the curveballs come, and this is the month when they will come, we will be, many of us in the collective, heading down a path and think we're on track and this is exactly where we're going, and then all of a sudden, and we're off on another track. And so we really have to be adaptable, but when these curveballs come, look at them logically, look at how we can address the challenges that come with them, and not, for those of you that drink alcohol, this is not a time for when things get tough to be heading for that, second, third, fourth, fifth drink, okay? Addictions come in many forms. Show me a person, I'll show you an addiction. Some people, it's social media. Other people, it's alcohol, drugs, chocolate, coffee, cigarettes. It's the whole gamut is something that, you will need to be mindful of in the month of July, because we are asked, especially with this lunar eclipse happening on the 5th, to really look at our daily habits, our practices, our beliefs, the structures, the systems that we have in place, will be scrutinized. And so this is one of the things that we need to look at, my beautiful Pisces, that we'll put in place between now and, we're working on this really until the end of the year, of, those habits, practices, procedures, systems that we put in place to make our life easier, to reach the goals that we have set for ourselves, to utilize the the full moon lunar eclipse to really release some of the old baggage that no longer serves us. And this is a really good time to do that. You do also have the Three of Wands, so many of you are looking at being more entrepreneurial, of standing there making choices about those passions that you have that are that bring those feelings of joy, that bring excitement, that don't feel like work, and really, following your heart so that you can allow your ships to come in, so that you can allow the rewards to be placed at your foreshore, my beautiful Pisces. You do have the Tower card as well. So when that curveball does come in for you individually, it is going to feel like a bit of a catastrophe. It's going to really make you address and completely reorganize your life. So, you may find that, you're having to look at, the people, places and things that are in around you, where you live, where you work, how you work. For those of you, many of us have been working from home, whether you make the choice to go back into the office environment, or when lockdown happens again, really looking about, is this the job for you, and how do you want to move forward with it? You do have the Six of Wands, however, so once you are able to really look at the blessing in disguise of your Tower moment that's coming in the month of July, you can come out of this victorious, especially with the Six of Wands followed by the Wheel of Fortune. So this is great news, satisfaction from achievements that you've made. So your own reflection of how you handled your Tower moment will give you great sense of achievement. It's like, if this had happened 12 months ago, 2 years ago, you wouldn't have had the intestinal fortitude and the strength to really come to grips with the situation and realize that sometimes things need to be broken down so that you can have a much more secure foundation. Planetary aspects, as I've discussed earlier, are about really looking at the systems, structures, our responsibility within those to create the life that we deserve. Okay, and with the Wheel of Fortune, this is heralding a new beginning, destiny working on your behalf, divine gifts, obstacles being removed. Allow that Wheel of Fortune to be spun. Allow divine timing to come in and see where you land, because it is going to be a case of the Strength card come straight after the Wheel of Fortune of you have the strength and the intestinal fortitude and the gumption to really come to grips with the situation and herald in the Queen of Pentacles energy, so that you can find that compassion and forgiveness for yourself and for others. Harsh words may have been said in the build up and for the bomb to explode with the Tower moment. Sometimes that's what happened. The universe knocks you on the shoulder and you ignore it. It taps you on the shoulder again, you're still ignoring it. And so, the universe comes in and blows things up and go, okay, now you're getting the message that things need to change. It will leave you, this Tower moment, with the Four of Cups energy. So many of you may feel a little bit discontented and disheartened through the month of July. However, know that this is really a gift from the universe, for you to look at that which you're being offered that's going to give you that emotional fulfillment. Forget about what has been lost, the things that you've had to leave behind, and look at the fact that sometimes doors need to close for other doors to be opened. You really have, good news coming in. We have the Page of Cups, so really start listening to your intuition. It's a time for quiet reflection, to think back. For many of us, and especially you, my beautiful Pisces, you will find yourselves taking, trips down memory lane. We have a number of planets in retrograde, and I love retrograde most of the time, because it does give us the opportunity to reassess, to reevaluate, to relook at, people, places and things that have been in our past, the lessons that we've learned, and take those lessons and implement the wisdom that we've gained into our new future, because you know the world is changing and changing quite rapidly. Every day there's new developments and there's nothing we can really do about it. There can be a little bit of unsettlement, you know, a little bit of, especially with Mercury retrograde until the 12th, and then, you know, shadow period until the 27th. We're going to spend most of Mercury having, you know, most of our communication misinterpreted. We're not going to hit the mark. We're going to say things and, you know, people are going to hear a totally different thing to what we said. And that's just the reality of it. And that can, you know, create conflict. So again, this is very much a month of, before we react to anything, taking a step back and really asking the question, what would love do? And then proceeding with that intent and that sort of compassionate, forgiving heart for ourselves and for others. You know, this is going to be a case where, you know, not everything is going to be easy. And unfortunately, once things have been said, you can't take them back. You have the Queen of Swords, so, you know, complex situations, excuse me, and this is a complex month, energetically, require complex solutions. You have the Tower and you also have the Death card, so you know things are going to really shake up for you, my beautiful Pisceans, this month. Some of you may even find that, you know, people will be coming in from the past, especially with the Three of Swords energy. So, you know, unfortunately, some of you may find that this is you know, a three-way situation, a three-way triangle, a third party involved within the upheaval that comes here. There's the King of Cups, so again, it's about really owning your own power and understanding that, you know, you are the sovereign witness to your own unfolding. Keep your crown on and fill your cup up emotionally. This is not a time of looking externally for our emotional stability to be reinforced. We need to really work on our own internal self-care, self-love, so that we can fill our own cup up through the practices, you know, rituals that we perform on a daily basis. It's those little things that we do to ground ourselves and connect to source, God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, whatever your belief system is, that really help us get through difficult times, such as the one that we're going to have in the emotional month of July. We are, you know, the sun is in Cancer, so which is lunar driven. We have a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, bringing up, you know, issues and making us really scrutinize the procedures, systems, belief systems as well that we have. The last card, I love it, is the Two of Wands. So this is about taking all these lessons from the trip down memory lane, from looking at and acknowledging the lessons that we have actually learnt coming into the month of July and through the month of July, so that, you know, we can understand that we are manifesting our own reality. We do have the world in our hand, and it is a case of using our own maturity and earned success that has been achieved through our own strength of will, so that we can make the choices and just really decide and create for ourselves a home, nurturing, loving base, and balance that out with the time, effort, and energy that we spend creating, you know, economic stability for not only ourselves but our loved ones as well. Okay, let's see what the angels would most like to let you know, my beautiful Pisceans. Yeah. Perfect timing. Now is a perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open. while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are right for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. I'm just going to show you this absolutely beautiful card. It's gorgeous and just such a lovely way to end this reading. So my beautiful Pisces, just when the Tower moment and the Death card energy hits you, realize that, you know, this is perfect timing, divine gifts in divine timing, and in hindsight will bring you the realization that a lot of it is really blessings in disguise. So much love, much light. May you have, you know, a beautiful July, and may you be blessed with making good choices for yourself. Namaste, Sharon.